Yeah, I can hear you. Hi, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing awesome. I'm doing well. Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm great. Thank you. So, Mr. Anand, this is our very first session together, right?
Yeah, it is our first
Yeah.
session.
So, I think I'll start with a very brief introduction of mine. So, hi, my name is Divya, and I'm from the very central part of India, that is Chhattisgarh. And apart from that, I've had an experience of around 4 years in language training. Yeah, so that's about me. And since this is our very first session together, do you mind maybe introducing yourself a bit here?
Of course, yeah. So my name is Anandraj. I live in Bihar.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from that, yes, I'm a teacher. I run a
Oh,
tutoring center, read and achieve classes.
okay.
Yeah, I have done my MSc in chemistry. So that's about my professional background. I have a couple of hobbies as well. Like I love to play cricket. I
Okay.
uh, love to visit new places. I'm kind of traveler, so I have traveled a bit around the world. Traveled a lot in India, but little
Okay.
bit out of as well. Yeah.
All right. All
So,
right. Amazing. So you mentioned actually traveling, right? So you mentioned that you like traveling and you have traveled. So which countries have you been to?
countries I mostly traveled all over India, right? But I have been
All
to
right.
Nepal. Yeah, and I'm planning to go to Thailand. Yeah. So this year I have plans. So now see,
Okay.
yeah, if plan is
Yeah.
turning out to be good, then I will go there.
All right. You want to visit Thailand. Okay. Any other country that's on your bucket list?
No, I don't have bucket list. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of a person who just hit the road. So even if it's not pre-planned, I mean, but I have a huge desire of going to Thailand
Okay.
since very long time. So yes, I'm looking forward.
All right. Amazing. And which places have you been to in India?
I have been to many parts of India, but most of the time, I have been
Mm.
to, I have explored whole West Bengal.
All right.
Uh, Yeah, and I have been to the neighbor of West Bengal. What is the name of this state where, full organic farming is being done right now?
Well, I'm pretty
Yeah,
bad with
so,
geography, so I may not
mhm.
know the neighbor.
Okay, sure. But I love Darjeeling in West
You
Bengal. Yeah, it's a
okay?
beautiful hill station. Yeah, I enjoy there. I have been to Sundarbans, one in West
Okay.
Bengal.
Okay.
I have
All right.
been to uh, uh, in UP, okay, to
Yeah. Yeah.
Banaras this
Okay.
year. Yeah, so I have traveled a bit.
All right. What about the northern part when we talk about Delhi or the northern part, Mumbai, maybe Punjab? What about these places?
No, I haven't been to Punjab and Delhi, to be honest. Yeah,
Okay.
so far. But once I want to go to that part because I want to go to Uttarakhand. So I will
Uttarakhand.
travel all these states during that journey.
All
So I
right.
need a long break for it. And
Yeah.
already I'm a teacher.
You're a teacher.
I'm handling my institution, so it's a problem right now.
Yeah. So we are going to keep it very casual today since no, this is our very first session together. So we'll only talk about, we'll try to get to know each other a little better and we'll keep it very casual. Okay. All right.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
which place have you liked the most? You mentioned Darjeeling, right? Apart from that, which place did you like the most, and especially like the food? Where did you find the
Food.
best food? Yeah, wherever like you have traveled.
Okay, I have been to Sundarban Delta.
Okay.
You would be, yeah. So it is
Okay.
in West Bengal. I
Yeah.
I lived there for 3 days. I mean, I was on boat for 2 days trip. Okay, so I
Okay.
loved the food that had been served by the person. Okay, and the tour guide or company. So I
Yeah.
loved that food most. Yeah, it was very yummy, delicious. And what can I say about that? Even the traveling journey was so beautiful. Had to be in water or surrounded with the jungle all around forest. Yeah, so I love that visit
That sounds nice.
recently.
Yeah, that sounds nice. No, I actually meant to ask you about your food preferences in terms of like a certain region. For example, I am from the middle part. However, I'm a big fan of the Punjabi food. No,
Mm-hmm.
chole kulche, chole bhature, and all that stuff. And of course, the South Indian food. This it's one of my absolute favorite food. What about you? Like, what kind of food do you like the most when we talk about the region, or even like not like culturally? Which food is your favorite?
Culturally, I love like our traditional food in Bihar. Okay, so
Okay,
like
okay,
rice, dal, I mean curry.
all
Okay,
right, all right,
and vegetables. These
vegetable.
are a little bit salad and all, right? So
Mm-hmm,
yeah,
mm-hmm.
that is a I like this food, and this is very healthy, right? So
Of
that's
course,
what I like.
of
Yeah.
course.
Mm.
So like
Apart
simple.
from that,
Yeah,
yeah, simple food most of the time.
yeah.
Sometimes also I like fast food, like especially when I'm traveling, I need to find some food which is kind of a street food or because
Yeah.
sometimes I travel in budget and budget travelers know how to uh, you
Okay.
know use it.
They know how to cut costs when it comes to all this stuff. Yeah. Okay. So what kind of street food do you like the most? For me, it would be pani puri. Absolutely, for sure. What about you? Is pani puri something that is
Uh,
popular in your place?
I- yeah, it is very popular all over India, I think, and not only all over India now, but also in other countries. Okay, so
I
it's a
wouldn't
very
say
popular
the
food. So,
entire country though, because of course South Indian people, for South Indians, it's not the most popular thing. So I wouldn't say the entire country, even like Karnataka, but that also will, no, falls into South India. So no, Pani Puri is not something that is very popular there. It is definitely popular in the northern part or the central part, but not the southern part for sure.
yeah, I know southern part is different in every aspect, right?
Yeah.
Even
Yes.
if you look at the language, then you
Of
can
course.
understand a little bit language of South or North or South Indians, their mother tongue. Okay, North and East Indians can
Mm.
understand each other and their languages a bit. But if you go to South India, yeah, Tamil and all these languages are quite different from these areas
Difficult. Yeah.
because
Absolutely.
yeah, difficult. So that's why cuisine is also different and taste everything is different. Like
Yeah.
in Bihar, you cannot cook your food in coconut oil, but in
Okay.
South India, yeah,
Hmm.
they prefer to
Mhm.
cook in coconut oil. We use
Yeah.
mustard oil here, right?
Mustard. True.
So that's the huge difference. Yeah, but I think Pani Puri is still very famous all over India.
Yeah.
Even little, it's not that famous in South India or southern part of India, but in other parts of India, it is very quite famous. So
Absolutely.
I'm not big fan of Pani Puri, but
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, I love sometimes having like veg burger, and all these stuffs like yeah, veg roll.
All right. All right. What's your take on Indo-Chinese?
Uh, oh, sorry, can you repeat your question?
Indo-Chinese, basically the desi Chinese that we Indians make.
Indo time.
Chinese, Indo-Chinese.
Oh, Indo-Chinese.
Yeah.
Like I do not try these food.
No, the usual that you get at stalls that would be paneer chili chow mein. It's not authentic Chinese. It is called Indo-Chinese because it's something that we Indians have sort of no mixed together and like brought into the world. So it is called Indo-Chinese because it's not authentic Chinese. It's more like something that
Mhm,
we have made. I mean, do you think Chinese
mhm,
actually eat paneer chili?
mhm. Yeah, like I think. Can you give me example of some these foods, Indo-Chinese
Yeah,
foods?
of course. Paneer chili, your Manchurian, veg Manchurian, the noodles that we
Paneer.
chow mein that
Okay,
we eat,
yeah.
all
These
of this is Indo-Chinese. This is not authentic Chinese.
I never knew that these are
Oh,
Indo-Chinese food, but
yeah,
they are very yummy. Okay, we eat it like
yeah,
Manchurian and yeah, paneer chili. But yeah,
yeah.
paneer chili is one of my favorites.
Okay, amazing, amazing. So, we call it Chinese, but do you actually think Chinese eat paneer chili? No, right? I mean, it is something that
No.
we have created, Indians have created. So I would say, so for example, Hakka noodles is of course something that is very popular in Chinese, but we have given it our own touch, no? Indians. So it's called Indo-Chinese because it's a mix of Indian and Chinese flavors, and that is called
Okay.
Indo-Chinese. Great.
Mm.
All
I
right.
got
So, which place would you want to visit next in India?
Next in India, this year I would like to Durga Puja is coming.
Yeah.
It is around the corner. Okay, so I will
Oh,
have 5 or 6 days holiday. So
okay.
I think, I'm not sure about whether I will go to India or other like Nepal. But if I visit any part of India, then it will be Sikkim. And if I want to visit Nepal, then
Yeah.
I'm gonna visit what is the name of a beautiful city of Nepal? Like I have been to his capital, Kathmandu, but this
Okay.
time I want to go to Pokhara. Yeah,
Okay.
Pokhara of the
All right.
Nepal.
Okay. All right. So did you go to Nepal for just a visit or was it for work or something else?
No, I don't have work there, but I just want to visit. Whether
You
I
only visit.
like
Okay.
this, yeah, I only want to visit. So if I go to Sikkim, then 3 days tour would be enough. If I go to
Yeah.
Pokhara, then I think 5 or 6 days because it's a kind of,
Mm-hmm.
long journey. Long
Mm-hmm.
journey mean the city is vast and there are so many
Of
things
course.
to be experienced,
Explore.
like bungee
Yeah.
jumping, yeah,
Oh.
uh, bungee jumping and other stuff too. Yeah.
So you wanna do bungee jumping? You wanna
I
experience
haven't
that?
done yet. Like I have a experience of a small kind of, bungee jumping, but I want to
Got
do
it.
the big one, like, yeah, yeah. So that's what I want to
Okay.
experience.
All
Mhm.
right. Okay. Well, that requires a lot of courage, I'd say. It's not for the weak-hearted. I mean, I've always wanted
Uh,
to do skydiving, but I don't think I can ever do it because, well, oh, it needs a lot of guts.
yeah, it needs a gut. It needs gut, but yeah, it's a lovely thing. Like sometimes adventure give you kind of feeling that you feel rejoiced, you feel new, you feel filled with new energy and
Yeah.
vibe. Okay, so that's what I love, yeah, about doing adventure. And especially when I'm doing work in a stage for a month, 2 months, or 3 months. After that, if I find free time, I just
Of
use
course.
it in every possible way to rejoice or to rejuvenate myself. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely amazing. All right. So maybe let's talk about your profession, Mr. Anand. So you mentioned you're a teacher, right? Like, how did you get into the teaching profession, and when did you get into the teaching profession?
Like I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to start something on my own,
Okay.
and that's how I get into this profession. I started my institution in 2017. Yeah, it was
Okay.
very a small institution. Like I took a room, apartment.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and I started teaching 5 or 6 students on those days.
All
But
right.
yeah, slowly things have changed now. I have like a big institution where we have 3 classrooms, offices, and everything.
Oh,
Yeah,
amazing, amazing. All right. And what do you teach?
I teach them English now, but I was mainly a chemistry teacher, but I
Okay.
teach English grammar. Yeah.
English grammar. All right. Okay. So, Mr. Anand, like, what kind of challenges do you face when it comes to the language? I mean, since you're here and you want to improve your language, so what kind of challenges do you personally face when you're
I
speaking in
think
English?
uh,
Mhm.
I I don't have any confident issue or any other issues, but I feel like still I'm not that. Uh, I mean, I have to think, right? So I don't want to think in English, but still I'm thinking in my mind. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes I'm framing the sentence and it takes a lot of time.
Mhm.
Apart
Mhm.
from that, yeah, I still am making grammatical mistake. I know because of the
Yeah.
less practice. I have
Absolutely.
knowledge of grammar and
Yeah.
everything, yeah, but I think still I need to brush up my English. That's why. And when
Absolutely.
I speak in flow, I make a
Yeah.
grammatical mistake. So, and I observe my mistakes as well. I know where
Mhm.
I'm making mistakes.
Yeah.
But the problem is that, I'm at a place where I don't have, I always do not speak English. Like, yes,
Yeah.
I'm grateful
Mhm.
that I have institution right now. I can
Yeah.
speak English in my class,
Mhm.
but I do not
Of
speak
course.
fully English there. Yeah, I have to make them understand in Hindi most of the time.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
but when I train them to speak in English, because English is a language, so I
Mhm.
need to train my students how to speak in
Of
English.
course.
At least,
Of course.
I never think about, being perfect. Even
Of course.
somebody, yeah, start speaking first, then they can be perfect in future. If they would
Absolutely.
not start, then they cannot speak
Yeah.
English. So that's why I also train them how to speak in English. So whenever I give them a spoken class, yeah, I speak in English. I try to make them speak in English. Yeah, that's the beautiful thing that I do.
Absolutely. I think you've pointed out pretty much everything that I would have wanted to say. Practice is the key, which even you are aware of since you are a teacher. So I think practice is the key. And the more you practice, see, I also come from a place which is not very popular for education or literacy. I also come from Chhattisgarh, which is a developing state.
I know.
And yeah,
Mhm.
but I think practice is what helped me, and practice is what will help you as well. And when it comes to grammatical errors, you mentioned that a person cannot be perfect, and that is true. Perfection is just a myth. We can be almost perfect but never perfect, and there will
Uh,
always be something that you would learn, like, to
yeah.
learn.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to be perfect, but at least, I should be,
Yeah.
I know the mistakes that I'm making is not good right now. Okay, so I
Okay.
have to definitely improve it.
Yeah.
I have to work on it. Okay? But
Yeah.
yeah, it's the truth that nobody is perfect and we cannot achieve perfection. There is always room for improvement, and we should,
Absolutely.
look for improvement to rejuvenate whether it is our life or language or anything. There is a
Mhm.
room of improvement, so I know it. But after all the mistakes that I have been making, sometimes, it's a
Mhm.
trivia, it's a like, I shouldn't make. But yeah, what can I do? I'm just trying my best, and hopefully, after some time, yes, I'm gonna get
Well,
rid
I
of it.
think that's all that matters. The only thing that matters is the willingness to give your best. And of course, the practice that you're already doing. So I think you don't have to worry much about anything else. Just keep doing what you're doing, and I'm pretty sure you'll become a better. You are a good speaker, though. You are already a good speaker. And as I said, and you also said that there's always room for improvement, which is true. Okay, there will always be something new to learn, not just for you, I think for everybody, for every English speaker, even the native speakers. No, see, every year thousands of words are being added to the English language, and I mean, we're not Shakespeare. So of course we're not going to be able to learn all the words in the English dictionary in like at least one lifetime. We'll definitely need 7 lifetimes to learn all the words in the English language. So the only thing that we have to do is to keep practicing and to be open to gain knowledge, or what, like, wherever you get information or new knowledge from, be ready to take that, like, accept, or and inculcate it in
Mhm.
your own speech. Yeah, great. So
Mhm.
all right, Mr. Anand, so tell me a little bit more about your hobbies. You mentioned you like traveling. Apart from that, what else do you like?
I like playing cricket, but nowadays I don't have time to play cricket. But
Hmm.
whenever I get time, yeah, I play cricket.
Okay.
Yeah. Apart from that, yeah, I explore lots of videos. I mean, videos related to science, technology,
Okay.
finance, because I'm curious person. So I always watch videos on YouTube about different sort of things. Like nowadays, I'm very curious about watching videos.
Hmm.
I'm very curious about space and
Say, oh, same. Okay.
yeah, so I have been watching uh, some of the videos about NASA and other
Uh-huh,
astronauts,
uh-huh.
like how they reached the
Okay.
moon, and now the Elon Musk, mission of SpaceX, and so many things I have
Yeah.
been, watching about it, and I'm wonderful, sometimes like human beings have achieved so
Yeah.
many things using technology right now that it is beyond the imagination. Sometimes
Absolutely.
if you look at it, you would be amazed. It is beyond the imagination. So yeah, I have been curious about space and science. Right now, yeah, I'm exploring it, but few couple of months ago, I was very keen about, finance, how money works, how people grow their money in billion and
Yeah.
trillions. Okay. So, yeah, I have been
Yeah.
also,
Yeah,
watching
right.
those videos.
All right. Do you ever wonder about oceans though? I'm somebody who always wonders about oceans and space. Do you ever wonder
Oceans,
about like
yeah.
what goes, because space is still something that we have explored, but ocean is something that people have not been able to fully explore. I mean, again, space is also not what something that we have been able to fully explore, but the same I think goes for oceans, right? You can never completely and fully explore it. So I always like wonder about, today itself I was watching a documentary on Titanic, and that is something
Mhm.
that really fascinates me, like what goes inside the oceans and seas. What about you? Do you ever like think about it?
Of course, like when I was in class third or fourth when I had read
Okay.
the story about Titanic, and since
Yeah.
then, yeah, I have been amazed about that,
Yeah.
like ocean and that incident particularly, right?
Mm.
So yes, I have been, whole universe gives me, goosebumps sometimes, like how do we exist here, right? So how
Exactly.
this moon, sun, everything is hanging
Yeah.
over the earth and not
Absolutely.
falling apart. Yeah, I have knowledge of physics, like, I know because of the third law of Newton's, okay,
Of
everything
course.
ha-
Yeah.
apply equal and opposite force and kind of, everything. But after all, it looks uh, beyond the imagination, like how this universe is
Imagination.
created.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. We
yeah.
are like
Uh,
literally not even the size of an ant. We are smaller than an ant. Like if you think about from the perspective of the universe, we are not even the size of an ant. And I think that is something that also fascinates me very much, extremely. Great. All right. So you mentioned cricket, right? So what I think every no guy in India, whoever has started playing in cricket, may have definitely thought about making a profession or a career in cricket. Did you ever think about having a career in cricket,
no, but
like
I had
growing up?
thought
Yeah,
about, yeah, when I was doing, yes, I thought of being at least cricket commentator. Okay, so I love cricket
commentator. Okay,
commentary.
okay,
Yeah, and more than cricket, sometimes I was fascinated by the cricket
okay,
commentary,
okay.
like how these guys
Yeah,
do commentary so well. When somebody is hitting six, yeah, they will make
yeah,
such kind of sound, or they make it feel you
yeah,
that yeah, something
yeah,
is going happening. Yeah,
yeah,
so I was very fascinated about. I loved cricket match since
yeah.
I think I was in a standard seventh or eighth, right?
Okay. All
Uh,
right.
so I got introduced to it, and since then I loved it. But more
Okay.
than cricket match, I loved cricket commentary. I wanted
Commentary
to
part.
learn English,
Yeah.
so I used cricket commentary to learn English as well. Yeah,
Oh, I
and
actually
sometimes
prefer
I
the
do
Hindi
English.
commentary over English.
Yeah,
Who do you like
English
the
and Hindi
most when
both.
it
Like,
comes to commentary?
sorry.
Which person? I mean, who do you like the most when it comes to commentary? For me, it would be Sidhu Paji. He he actually makes me laugh every time he actually comes in the commentary box. I end up laughing more than watching the cricket. So who do you like? Any particular? Because usually the people who would do the commentary are ex-cricketers, no?
No, like
Batsmen.
yeah, so Harsha Bhogle, I love his sound, okay, and way of
Okay.
commentary.
All right.
There are a couple of also foreign commentator, okay, whom
Commentators.
I
Yeah.
loved.
Okay.
Yeah,
So do you prefer English over Hindi?
uh, yes, there was time I used to listen in Hindi, but right
Okay.
now only I do prefer English.
Ah, all
Yeah,
right.
because
Well,
it helps me to improve my English as well.
all right. From that perspective, sure. But for me, if I'm watching cricket, I don't think I can actually listen to English commentary because I feel like since this is something that I do, I'm surrounded by English all the time. So when it comes to cricket, I want Hindi commentary. I don't think I can manage with
So,
English.
so
All
you
right.
are also interested in cricket.
I love cricket. I definitely do not watch all the matches, but the major ones, and I love cricket. I think every Indian, no,
Okay.
every Indian loves cricket, no matter male,
Yeah,
female, every Indian loves.
whenever Yeah, whenever the big occasion comes, yeah,
Yeah,
everyone watches in their
of course, of
home,
course.
right? Yeah, sitting with their family. Yeah, it
Yeah,
happens in India.
yeah. I just had a session with kid, a small kid. He's very smart and he wants to become a cricketer. So he only talks about cricket. Every time I have a session with him, he only talks about cricket, and it's actually nice. Probably one day he would, become a cricketer. All right.
Yeah.
Great, Mr. Anand. So it's almost time for us to wind up. However, before winding up, I would definitely like to give you a little bit of a feedback. Okay. Mr.
Okay, yeah.
Anand, I have to say you are an absolutely amazing speaker. However, there are some things where you can work upon. I mean, you know what you want to say, and you are able to express them very well, very well. I have to say. The things that I would personally suggest you to work on would be uh, the grammatical errors, especially with tense. Okay. Now, while speaking about the past, sometimes you did use the present, simple present tense. So that is one part which will definitely help you if you were to work on that. Apart from that, we Indians have the tendency of using the filler, you know,
You know,
whenever we cannot find the right word or whenever we don't know what to say next, we usually use the filler, so this is something that can definitely make us less fluent. Try avoiding to it's not wrong, we can definitely say but it should not be like redundant, it should not be in every
exactly.
single sentence. Yeah, it should not be in every single sentence. So if you could avoid that, I think definitely you would sound more proficient and more professional. Apart from that, well, we are Indians, we are going to have a little bit of a mother tongue. No matter how many years you've been speaking in English, you're always going to have a little bit of a mother tongue influence on your speech. So pronunciation is also something that you can definitely work upon. Apart from that, you're a great speaker. You have a good hold of the vocabulary as well. And but I still think that vocabulary is something that is never ending, and there's always a lot to
Of
learn,
course,
right?
yeah,
So the
yeah.
more you develop yourself, the better you would sound and the more proficient you would sound. So just work on these areas, and I think you'll be a proficient speaker in no time. Yeah, so that's my feedback for you. Any doubts before we wind up this session?
No, I don't have any doubt. And thank you very much for this session. Yeah, I
Great. It
enjoyed
was
it.
amazing talking to you and getting to know so much about you. I definitely hope to see you very soon. Take care and have a great night. All the best. Bye. Take care. Good night.
Thank you. Bye. Good night.